Alright, how's it going? I just got done watching the rematch between Liam Cameron and Ben Whittaker. Okay, straight off the bat, UK stoppage, classic UK stoppage, terrible stoppage. What happened was round one was fairly competitive. Right, Whittaker probably won round one. In fact, yes, he did win round one. But it was competitive. You know, Liam Cameron was in the fight round one. Landed a couple of good shots. Whittaker landed a couple of good shots. It was a competitive round. And Liam Cameron was actually doing better in round one than I thought he would. In the first fight, he took about 3 or 4 rounds to really get into the fight, and then when he pushed the pace, Whittaker quit. We know that Whittaker quit. He pulled them over the ropes and quit. It was a very controversial finish. Liam Cameron really should have won because Whittaker clearly pulled them over the ropes. He threw his head back, pulled them over the ropes, and quit. You know, this fight, Liam Cameron starts better. He starts better than he did in the first fight. Has a decent round one. Again, Whittaker wins round one because he's the cleaner boxer. He's the sharper, faster boxer. But Cameron had a decent round one. Round two comes along, and again, it's competitive. You know, I'm thinking this is going to be a good fight. I think Liam Cameron could get to him here because he started faster than the first fight, and if Whittaker quit in the first fight, he's going to have a tough night tonight. Then Whittaker lands a good shot. He does land a good shot, a good right hand, stuns Cameron. Cameron stumbles back a little bit. Whittaker jumps on him, lets his hands go, but nothing significant's landing. It's sort of like the stoppage was sort of like Carl Froch against Groves, you know, where Carl Froch has Groves hurt the first fight, but Groves is still in the fight. He's not been down, just like Liam Cameron. He didn't get knocked down. He wasn't knocked out. He got stunned. He got, you know, he took a few steps back. His hands were still up. He's protecting himself. You know, he's not taking big punches. He's got his hands up. He knows where he is. He knows he's in a fight. He's protecting himself, and the ref waves the fight off. You know, another example was Joshua against Carlos Takam, where Joshua let his hands go on Takam, and Takam is still in the fight. He's not down. He's not hurt. He's still in there. He's protecting himself, and the referee just waves off the fight. You know, that's why I say UK stoppage, because this happens a bit in the UK. You know, Froch Groves won, Joshua Takam. A lot of UK fights get stopped way too early, and this was another example. So, you know, once again, the referee has ruined the fight. Often it's the judges. You know, just another terrible decision. When you know what happened in the first fight, right? A fight that Liam Cameron was coming on strong, taking over the fight, and Whittaker quit, and it gets called a no contest. You know, Liam Cameron's robbed of a win, and now you get this fight where Whittaker hurts Cameron and the referee is just right there to stop the fight. You know, it's a setup, clear as day. The referee knew he had a job to do, and that job was, if Whittaker hurts Cameron, look to stop the fight straight away, and that's what he did. Just a terrible stoppage, and it needs to be called out. You know, people got to call it out. That's why I'm making this video, because, you know, not enough people call out bad decisions, bad judging, bad stoppages. This was a bad stoppage. You know, competitive round one, after a very controversial first fight, and now the ref makes a bad call to stop the fight early. Yeah, so terrible decision. That's the way I saw it. Hopefully more people call it out. Let me know what you think.